Good morning and welcome, Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason. What is today? Tuesday. Yeah, happy Tuesday out there. I hope it finds you well. Welcome to all the Phoenix Open fans that are here in the Valley of the Sun. It is going to be a little toasty. Pretty warm weather for the Open. Got Super Bowl and all that other nonsense. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about what's been going on economically, especially gold and silver. And we had the big pullback, which we've been telling you was coming, and it is possible. Is the pullback already over? We're going to have to wait and see. Listen, I think Jason and I probably agree on this. The bottom may be here, right? And we may be racing back up. Right now, gold's up 280, 49.41. Silver is up $9, 88.15 on silver. So we are obviously well off the lows that we saw Friday, and then, of course, yesterday. There's potential, right? We could maybe see another down day, but as we told everybody, right? Nobody panic. Nobody get upset. This is nothing more than a head fake, a repositioning, call it what you will. Nothing has changed in the supply and demand situation for gold and silver, and there are opportunities. So today is one of those. If you are selling Silver Eagles, and we'll see how long we do this. Jason and I, we've been kicking it around. You know, we feel like we can provide better service than anybody else out there. As you guys know, and a lot of you have been calling around and trying to get a price, and everybody's lowballing. If you've got U.S. Silver Eagles, and of course, you know, obviously they got to be in, you know, decent shape. We'll pay spot $88 today. And then we'll see how long we do this. We have an idea where if we can get enough silver. So yesterday, think about this. Yesterday we had what, 5 cases of silver? They were gone. Then we called our bullion bank and said, hey, you know, you guys, you got any of that silver that's already been opened and, you know, blah, blah, blah? Nope. Nothing. The amount of Silver Eagles that I can buy today from the wholesaler is, well, kind of, no, I don't want to say nothing, okay, because that's not true. If you can wait several weeks, ready for my new cost, $8.50 over spot for 2026 Silver Eagles, and you got to wait weeks. So today, and we'll see how long we are buying Silver Eagles at spot. And Jason, we've been buying Silver Eagles like $10 back a spot, $15 back a spot. So if you got some Silver Eagles and you're looking to sell, jump on it. And I'll say this, for those who are like, well, gosh, I don't know, I think, you know, gold, silver's going to be back at 100. I'll sell it then. Maybe. Don't be surprised if we're back to, hey, we'll give you $90 at $100 silver. So sitting here today at 88, and again, we don't know what will happen. So tomorrow we'll get jobs number, ADP and stuff. Obviously, still these wild swings happening in the silver markets. But if you are looking at selling Silver Eagles today, Patriot Trading, we're going to pay you spot. Okay? And of course, I'm giving room here, right? You know, when you call, a spot could be 87, it could be 90, it could be 86. I don't know. But we will pay spot today. So if you're looking at selling Silver Eagles, today is your day. If you're in Phoenix and want to do it in cash, today is absolutely your day at 800-951-0592. And Patriot Radio News Hour, Joe and Jason, we're going to be right back. Stay with us. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour, Joe and Jason. On this Tuesday, the Dow is up 30, the S&P's down 30, the NASDAQ down 250, the 10-year note 4.29, crude oil's up 62. Let's look at the dollar here. Yeah, so the euro and the euro and the pound are higher, so the dollar's a little weaker. The yen continuing to weaken again, though. We got to keep watching. Approaching 156. Bitcoin still down at 77,000. Texas at 90 now, 49.50. Silver up over $9.15, 88.25. If you're looking at selling Silver Eagles, today is your day. As we're going to pay spot price at 800-951-0592. Again, we got jobs tomorrow. By the way, the shutdown. There's a shutdown. Here we go again. We will not get, apparently, the Friday's jobs number due to the government shutdown. I don't know if we'll get the jobless claims number either. We will get the ADP number for tomorrow. Then other than that, it's going to be, I don't know. We'll see. They're going to have another vote. How long will it last? Listen, this is the problem that we face. We have decided, I don't know when it was decided, but the people that we put in charge of our banking system, obviously the people that we elect, have decided that financial responsibility no longer is important. I guess maybe we could blame people wanting to be elected. I mean, how many people out there raise their hand when the government wants to subsidize something, when they want to give you free money? Right? Pretty much everybody, right? Nobody hates that. The problem is there's always strings attached. And, Jason, yes, there are rounds available. They're just slow coming. Someone is texting in asking about. Listen, in silver right now, Eagles, hard to come by and getting really expensive. Again, sell Silver Eagles to me today, 800-951-0592. I don't know if I've ever pitched this hard for you to sell me stuff. Right now, rounds and bars are available. Junk silver, which, gosh, remember we were talking about, hey, you guys could buy all that junk way below spot, and we're talking about below cost. Well, not surprising. Guess what? The premiums on junk silver are starting to increase. about $1 more an ounce today than what they were yesterday. So anybody looking at the silver market right now, get it while you still can get it. This is something that Jason and I, we've been telling you for how long. We had a feeling when this pullback came that this was what was going to happen, right? That all the silver was going to disappear and you weren't going to be able to buy it. I will say this. If we have another move in the silver price tomorrow, and I don't care if it's up or down, pick one. We'll probably be telling everybody 3 to 4 weeks at a much higher premium. So what does that mean? Buy it today. Sell it today. Either way, because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, whether it's going to be up or down. I have a feeling, Jason, I don't think it's going to just sit pat, right? Every day now, if silver doesn't move between $10 and $30, it's kind of shocking, right? And gold has moved between $500 and $250 to $500 every day. So load it up here. Same thing. Gold, same exact thing. Premiums are rising. Availability is falling. And the more the days go by, the harder it's going to be.
Yeah, the big moves that we were starting to see before Friday are now, I'm thinking now that's considered okay now. Silver's up $3. Yeah, no big deal. Remember when $3 up on silver in a day? That's a big move. Now it's now it's like,
now it's up 10. Silver's up 10. Gold's up $312.
$312. Buying and selling gold and silver as a speculation is tricky waters. I don't advise it, but as far as accumulating, good time to accumulate after that big drop. And congrats to everybody that's been buying ever since Friday to get more ounces. It's all about how Joe used to say it a lot. Maybe we need to get back to how heavy is your portfolio, right? How heavy is your portfolio? How many ounces do you own? And so that's why they call it stacking, right?
Yeah. So then we look at. Okay, we are waiting for this shutdown to end. We are waiting for the Treasury to announce how big future auctions need to be, right? Because we need to make them bigger. And then we know Kevin Warsh is now going to step in to the role that Jay Powell was playing. Obviously, Warsh is not going to do quantitative tightening. I'm going through this. It's kind of funny, some of the things he says he won't do. They are actually now saying that more quantitative easing may be on the Warsh agenda. So remember, Jay Powell started quantitative easing again, right? The Fed is adding to their balance sheet, and now they're saying that Warsh may add even more, and is arguing, ready for this, so here's where these rate cuts may be argued by Warsh, that AI, but again, I can only tell you what they say. That AI is going to mean disinflation. So we're going to be able to increase our balance sheet, which isn't great, but don't worry, we're going to lower rates while we do it.
i.e., we have $2.4 trillion coming from overseas to have stock buybacks, so we can pull the wool over your eyes. I always find it interesting anytime there's a switchover with the president or with positions like the Fed chief. Like back in 2008, George Bush, we got to bail out the banks, right? And he's bailing out the banks, spending away. And then Obama wins the election. He comes in, he spends a little more. And that way, in the future, they're like, oh, that evil Bush, he spent all that money. What does Bush say? Well, wait a minute, the guy came in behind me, he spent more. You can't blame me for that. That was a team effort, right? So here we got the Fed. The Fed chief's going to change over. Jerome Powell's already dropping the rates, right? And the new guy's coming in and Joe, correct me if I'm wrong. He's more of a rate. He likes to push rates up, and he likes to be a little more conservative, which that's going to come in handy because, well, hey, things look good. We're going to have to do more easing here. We're going to spend some more money. But then when the inflation does hit, and we are going to have massive inflation from this, he's going to rescue everyone by raising the rates in 2027 because that's the kind of guy he is. Well, never mind that he eased when he first came in. He probably shouldn't have been doing that to begin with, Joe. So can't blame Jerome Powell. Warsh is going to do more of the same before he tries to rescue the markets from the inflation.
Right.
That he's going to, you know what, man, I'm going to raise the rates. I don't care what Donald Trump wants. He can scream all he wants. I'm raising the rates. I'm not his puppet, although I'm doing exactly as I'm told like he does. It's all baked in, Joe. You can see the timing of this thing. It's what kind of emergency are they going to concoct in the next year or two? What COVID 9/11 nonsense are we heading into? Because economically, there's going to be a disaster next year or in 2028. It's there in front of us.
Wow, this is crazy. Societe Generale, the French bank, saying that the sell-off in gold and silver was nothing more than positioning.
Yep. Rigged.
$6,000 is their conservative estimate for gold.
Yep.
At the end of the year. That is not. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's not what you want to hear because what the bank is saying is this was. Jason calls it a rigged sell-off. Maybe I'm not that harsh.
I think you're right, Joe. I think we're both right. Joe believes in the markets are operating the way they are, and people or companies in positions make decisions based off their positions. The reason I call it rigged is because these companies shouldn't be in the position they're in. They're subsidized or have a position that was granted to them through corruptness. So Joe is right because they're operating within the rules of their position, but the rules and the positioning is rigged to begin with, so they're allowed to do these awful things because the game has been tilted, right? So I think Joe and I are both. That's what I like about what we do on the air is because Joe gives you hard facts and figures. I know that the facts and figures are rigged from the beginning, but you can only go off the information. You can only predict what's going to happen based off the information, whether it be bad information or not. And here we are, Joe. There's no way that J.P. Morgan should have made all that money like that. But they're in the position to do so.
The system, we can all argue that it needs to be changed, but it is what it is.
Yep.
There was some anomalies. The circuit breaker. Now, granted, the circuit breaker for commodities is different than it is for stocks, but believe me, silver should have been paused. It wasn't. Which is kind of odd. And then, of course, closing out a position, you started it in a matter of hours. You closed it out at $74. Really, technically wasn't the bottom, okay? But it's pretty close to the bottom. And then buying it all back at $78 and, same thing with gold. Look at gold got to like $4,500.
It moved down fast.
Right? And now it's getting ready to go back over 5,000. When we get back, what are the new longs saying about where the price of gold and silver are going? We're back here. Joe and Jason, very quickly, a couple little announcements. We will have a TXIT meeting in Johnstown tomorrow. I hope you guys show up and are able to attend. I know there's been a lot of, I don't know what the word is, scuttlebutt, worried.
Dissatisfied.
Yes, with, oh, well, the price went down. And TXIT's moving forward with Phase 2 and Phase 3. Yeah. You know why? Because that's the plan. And I'll say this. I hope more of you get involved because, as I've said all along, this thing's not going anywhere. The mine doesn't care about the price. You've got the same amount of coins that you would have had no matter what the price is. Passive income, you don't really have to do much. Yeah, you got to learn how to buy and sell, and we can help you with that. By the way, I am looking for a few people in Colorado that want to become experts in buying and selling on the exchanges. We'll train you, and then we can help each other. But that meeting will be tomorrow, and again, tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll be talking about TXIT Coin Iskander, the first of the foreign mines getting ready to mine its first block today. You guys can all start getting in on that if you so desire, starting tomorrow. And we can help you do that. You don't have to do it. But I do think it'd probably be helpful for those of you that want to understand better. Come to the meeting. Come to the meeting. I know Mike will do a good job of it up there. Here in Arizona, as you know, we do mini meetings here. So if you want to get scheduled for any of the meetings that we're having here, call us at 800-951-0592, and we will pick it up there. Have your questions ready. We will have the text line open tomorrow. So this is your big chance, right? Your big chance. If you've been dissatisfied or you've been uncertain, tomorrow, let's talk about it. Because if you're feeling this way, others are, right? So let's get it out there so we can figure out what the next step is moving forward on the project. So I just wanted to get that out there. And again, be ready for that. Have all of your questions ready, and we'll deal with that, address that come tomorrow. Now, back to today. Let's just go over some pricing. How about that? $20 gold pieces today. $51.95. And you got gold now back to pretty much $5,000. The only thing that's changing as the price is going back up, right now gold's up $326, $49.86. Silver, $88.53 on silver right now. So let me tell you what's happening on the way back up now. Less product available and significantly higher premiums.
Yep. That changed as soon as the price came down. It just hit like a hammer, didn't it?
Yeah, as soon as the prices went down, premiums. Silver Eagle premiums jumped $3 an ounce. That's crazy. Rounds. I just got an email. 3 weeks. 3 weeks now on rounds. So You're going to have to be patient when it comes to silver. But $20 gold, absolute buy, $51.95. U.S. Silver Eagles today, $2,175. Yeah. How long till you get them? I don't know. If I can get some people to sell them, not that long. If I can't, could be 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, and explain, I guess, Joe, that, it's our wholesalers will only get it to us as fast as they can get it to us, right, Joe? And we don't know if that's going to be a more severe problem as time goes on or if that's going to get tightened up, right?
Yeah, and supply is not going to it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. So if you're in that situation, and again, hey, listen, here's the great news. Wednesday, Thursday, you're paying $2,900 for Silver Eagles. $2,175 is not bad. $20 gold pieces were almost $6,000. They're $51.95. 800-951-0592. So where are they now? Okay, so we had the big shakeout. What is the paper side of the markets telling us? Well, a noted increase in call options for December 2026 at $10,000 gold. Let me say it again. A noted increase. Now, does that mean they're saying gold's going to be $10,000? Not necessarily. What it does mean is they think gold is going to be much higher than where it is now. And by going out to 10,000, if gold goes to $7,000-8,000, they're going to make a ton of money, and they didn't have to. Remember, the margins are increased now. So the only way to save money is you got to go farther out. So 10,000, but wait, there's more. There is now activity at 15 and 20,000. We'll talk about the call price for silver when we get back. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour, Joe and Jason. Right now, 5-ounce silver bars, $500. 1-ounce silver bars, $105. Rounds, you're going to have to be patient. They're $1,980. Silver dimes, $330. God, that's how great that silver dime special was. We're at $340 a roll. And silver was like $115. And now we're at $88. And it's $330. Yeah. Run to your phones. Get more gold. Get more silver. Everybody and their mother. Gold's going to be somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000 by the end of the year. That's what the options are telling us. How about silver? Now, this is why I've been telling you. Short term here. Today's a good day to sell because there is still there's some build-up and what we would call downside positioning in the July contract. So right now we're in the March contract, particularly at $65. So that's out there. On the other side of it, by the way, that we don't really have very much downside risk in the gold. It's kind of interesting. However, in the May and July silver contracts, $200 call options have been on the rise. So since the crash in the price, you still got some shorts out there thinking maybe we can squeeze one more round out of this. But most are saying we're going to be sitting at $200 calls. And here's the thing. It's interesting that that's not a December contract, because that would make sense to me. But this is how volatile silver still remains. To have an increase in $200 call options in May and July. Now, again, some of that is to keep costs down, right? They if I put a call option in at 100, 120, 130, it's going to cost me a lot more money than if I do it at 200. And they may not necessarily think silver's going to be 200 by July, but they are placing a pretty big bet that they feel the price is going to be substantially higher. They're not going to 200 so silver can go to $90, right? That won't work, right? They're going to need silver to get well above, $120 an ounce for that to really pay off. But that's where the silver market is right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the action on the movement. What do you think we'll be at the end of the day, Joe? It's just incredible, the movements we're seeing. We knew this was going to happen, but not what happened Friday. I thought would be like a multi-day thing. Not let's just create the whole thing essentially a one day and maybe a little add-on on Monday. It's crazy, and so it's
yeah. Monday was weird. So I know yesterday we kept telling you the price was down, but it wasn't. If you went from New York close to New York close. So when gold and silver stopped trading in New York, it's still open electronically for an hour. Friday's electronic trade, gold jumped $200 and silver jumped $7 or $8. When we looked at yesterday where gold and silver were trading at, essentially silver was up a little bit from the New York close, $1, something like that. And, of course, I was telling you it was down. And then, of course, gold yesterday was down, a couple $100. But it was really only down about $20 from where it closed on Friday. So yesterday, if you did New York to New York, yesterday was kind of like, okay, they held those Friday lows, and now today, Jason, we've seen the price jump back up.
Yeah, and jump up it has. It's definitely whatever that. It's hard to say that the sell-off is over, but.
No, you can't say that.
It's practically over, as far as I could tell. You guys might want to start buying in. You might want to start buying in the way you did Friday, because this sure has. I said this, Joe, about the pullback. I thought it would go back to about 70, or I thought it would go back to 55. And when people were asking me questions about it, I said, well, if it stops at 70, I said the bounce back is going to be very quick. I said if we got it all the way down to 55, it'll probably take a month or two to get all the way back, maybe 3 months. And if this is it, if that was the sell-off, it's all over with. We could have $100 silver tomorrow the way this thing moves. And you might as well buy today, because it's just going to get more expensive. The premiums already came up. So this might be it could be the last day for you to buy on this dip, because we don't know what silver's going to do the rest of today and then tomorrow. Right, so you might want to jump in. I did want to say that this is the end of the dip, but man, I don't know. This is tomorrow. I think will make it a lot more clear to us. But Joe, I mean, another $5 on silver tomorrow, and then you're paying over $100 an ounce for silver again.
Oh, easily, yeah. I mean, gosh, silver goes up another $5. Silver Eagles by cost will be well over $100.
I'm talking about silver rounds and silver bars.
Yeah,
even.
right.
Over 100.
800-951-0592. Final segment coming up. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. Great day to trade silver for gold today. I think that's a great trade today as Silver Eagle and other silver premiums have come up. Going to pay you spot on Silver Eagles. It'd be really, I think, a very good trade, especially, listen, I don't know about the rest of you. The older I get, the less interested I am in hoisting cases of silver out of the safe. Like I make the noise now, right? You know, when I gotta put or remove Silver Eagle cases from the vault, I'm like, you know, because hey, listen, a case of silver is 42 pounds. I think it's a great day to trade it. That's what I listen. It's a great day to add. But if you're like me and are like, man, silver's getting pretty darn heavy, I wouldn't be surprised if silver goes back to $100 and I'm paying you the same price today that I will then for Silver Eagles, because then, you know what, then I got to worry, right, about, okay, are we going to see a $20, $30 pullback? So jump on it, think about it. Don't let this go. If you haven't bought at least some gold or some silver after this pullback happened, do it today. Because it may be done tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. It's probably 60-40. 60% chance gold and silver keep climbing back. 40% chance you may have one more effort in these guys before they the rebalancing has been put on their way. 800-951-0592. Like I said, the government, it is a partial shutdown. We will not get the government jobs data that we thought we were going to get on Friday. Tomorrow, though, we will get ADP. That is the private sector number. And again, I don't even know if we'll get jobless claims. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. On the other side of it, it looks like the House is going to try again and see what happens and see if they can get the votes needed to get, I guess, the next one to the Senate. Right now, it doesn't look like they've got the votes. So, Jason, somehow the government shuts down and we keep spending money. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, we've not talked much about the government shutdown since it happened Friday. So, I guess is the day.
Well, everyone thought it was going to be, okay, they're really not going to do it again. And then, well, they did it again.
I mean, it hasn't been that long since the last one.
The last one just ended.
So maybe it'll be just like borrowing. You got to go for short-term rates, and maybe this will be more of a frequency now. We'll have government shutdowns every couple of months because they can only agree to kick it down the road about a couple of months at a time, Joe. I mean, is that where we're at? I mean, is this one of those things where you can only kick it a few months at a time? You know, do you have to scrutinize that much? I don't know. Yeah,
this is going to be crazy. I'm not really sure how any of that is going to work. 800-951-0592. Take the time. Keep adding to your portfolios.